Welcome back to my channel. I'm EG and this is a Wednesday Reads book review video. So this week I read a book called The Wolf We Feed by P.A. Sheppard, and it is... okay, I have no idea what genre to place this in. It's sort of somewhere between fantasy and post-apocalyptic dystopian, sort of. Let me look up the genre. So let's see here. According to Amazon, Amazon doesn't help me. Here we go. According to Amazon, this is sort of a historical fantasy, paranormal, urban fantasy, historical fantasy, fiction piece. I'd say that would be accurate, but I'd also say there's probably a post-apocalyptic dystopian thing, because honestly some of the images I got were definitely not historical, except in the Norse mythology type of thing. Anyways, there was a lot going on in this book, enough so that I am not confident in my blurb description skills, and I'm going to read to you from the Amazon page. So here we go. Okay, this is The Wolf We Feed, set in Amleth, a rugged land divided by decades of bitter strife with a landscape and belief system heavily influenced by my time in Scandinavia. The Wolf We Feed is an action-packed fantasy adventure. That's a quote from the author. The description is: Tirith's life is turned upside down when Drake, her twin brother, abandons her after they were raised and trained in isolation. Unable to live under the perceived tyranny of their grandfather, Drake sets off into the world looking for an adventure. Arriving in the dystopian city of Nestrond, which I think I've pronounced incorrectly because apparently I'm speaking Norwegian in French today. That's a thing. Arriving in the dystopian city of Nestrond, Drake finds a new mentor and becomes involved in a bloody coup to eliminate the city's ruling class. Amid plots and counterplots, conflict and betrayal, a determined but uncertain young woman undertakes a treacherous journey to meet her father for the first time, overcomes racial bias in a foreign land, and learns the truth about her family's sinister plot. Sinister's past. there's plot in there too. That's a thing. What she discovers leaves her with no choice but to find her brother and attempt to save him from the violent life he has chosen. But does he want to be saved? The Wolf We Feed, a coming-of-age story about two siblings that face hard truths about where their loyalties lie. Okay, so that does pretty good at describing what's going on, but there's a lot more going on there than I would say. Definitely, these two siblings go in opposite directions. Tirith goes to learn fighting craft from her people in the mountains, and Drake goes to gather money and power and stuff from the city and learns of things that happened there with his family, and he gets involved in a plot to sort of become like head of the families that run the city. It's kind of mob-y, but not. Anyways, so there's a lot going on there, and it's really interesting. The characters, Drake and Tirith, I think are really well done. They are definitely fascinating to read. I really liked reading them. Tirith is totally my favorite, but that's because Drake is kind of troublesome, I think is probably accurate. The other characters in this story, Bulwark, I can't say any more about what he really is because secrets. He's a bit confusing. He seems to kind of waffle between positions of helping and being a good guy and positions of helping and not being a good guy. There are some other characters who are sort of stereotypical. Beth is very much a stereotypical villain, and I don't really get that villain vibe from her, except for the fact that she is meant to be the villain. I can't tell. That could be the point. I'm not entirely sure. Udvir is entertaining, but also sort of stereotypical on the other end of the scale. So you know, there's a wide range of characters. I liked Tirith and Drake. I think they were really well done. I think the other characters were good, but they really don't match up to the level of the twins. So that was one thing. The storyline was really kind of fun. You know, it was a little bit predictable in that it followed fairly standard tropes for the genres. However, there was enough twisting and turning and things here and there that I really liked, especially the ending. The ending was fascinating. And I sort of didn't expect it to go the way it did, so violently and explosively, but I think it worked well. Yeah, there were hardships these poor characters had to face. I liked watching them struggle through it. It felt very, you know, real, nitty-gritty. You were struggling with them. They weren't the perfect characters that you sometimes see in dystopian fantasy. I think it was a really good book. If you are interested in fantasy, adventure, historical, dystopian, apocalyptic, genres, because obviously I'm really good at genre description. Yeah, anyways, if you're interested in that sort of a thing, I would highly recommend this book. Do go check it out. I found it fascinating and I liked it a lot. So go check out this book. You can find all the links in the description box below. Find me on all of the usual social medias, the internets. I'm around. You can reach me however. Again, all of that is also in the link below. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot else. Good book. I liked it. That's pretty much all I've got for you today. So I will see you next time. Bye.